Today, from the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 10.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They go play action here on first down. And complete to Drake London. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Rondale Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another... Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Got a man. It's London. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking deep here for Mooney. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. The Falcons at 8-1 on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with
He's got a man, complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, 48 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's thrown a couple. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Being chased out left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They're going to hurry back to the line now. 2nd and 2. They'll fire deep, looking for more. And that'll be incomplete. Rondale Moore, the intended target, and it's 3rd down and 2. When you look at this Saints defense, they enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they are facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. That one deep for London. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 44 yards.
And there's not a quarterback in the league that will ever complain about having small receivers like a Tyreek Hill or a Cooper Kupp who can find a seam, have good vision, and get open. But when you're throwing downfield like this, you want a big, tall receiver who can go above the rim, or if you're a volleyball fan, above the net and get it.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons have broken our tie. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise.
He's not only thrown a couple of touchdown passes in this first half, he's run for 1 as well, as he'll start again with a 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That one deep for London. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Well,
Listen in position in my mind's imagination.
The Seahawks offense getting going here for the first time. Now Burrow on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Well, a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On third down, Burrow. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this
is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants' side of the field. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Can. Stop.
Now Burrow. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in them. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their...
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive. Here we go. Ready?
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Seahawks are able to stretch out their lead.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel real.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one play touchdown strike.
On first and 10, Joe Burrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Curry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They will throw on first down with Burrow.
Out route pass complete to Goddard.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now it's Burrow.
He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there as time expires in the first half.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead on the final play of the half. So they say no to the field goal try late in the half, and it winds up really paying off as they score on the final play.
Yeah, a little bit of a gamble, but they had some foresight as well because they knew they were going to get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. So they thought to themselves, if we score here, we can double up on back-to-back drives when we start the second half.
The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Burrow. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A big play there. 45 yards.
And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. First down. Here's Burrow. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Six yards.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown.
A familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Ready?
Burrow will throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Curry.
Now he's loose again.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. 75 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him,
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 44 yards.
And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. But, Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield.
And out now come the Seahawks.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Touchdown! A great effort there. 31 yards.
And the Seahawks are going to be moving to 10-0 as they add on to this big lead.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Burrow looking to pass. He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion.
2nd and 9.
They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Now it looks like he'll throw here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their fight.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Here we go. Here we go.
Burrow from his own end zone. He's going to let it go again. And got his man complete. Now he's into the clear again, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
This was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides.
Run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. You see us out here getting to the bag. Run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Oh no, when we get the bag. Yeah, don't you get too mad. Run it
you
back.
getting money, you really don't need to talk about it. Move quiet, you should try it, there's some cloud around it. Chase it, and overthinking the process. Outside of the gate, spewing that nonsense. On the phone, he begging women to come out. Back to back, calling until his minutes run out. Begging for loose change and scraping to maintain. No sipping mansion. I was 17 and had them shipping the Benzin. I was 16 eating steak with Russell Simmons. I was 15 in the basement with a vision I could
run it back. Just run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back. Stuff it in your Birkin bag, cause he don't with that. So just run it back. Just run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back. We run the numbers up and run it back. Run it
Time
back.
to add to the cipher. Time is money, time to run the numbers higher. Learn hustling early, it's hardwired. Photo bezel, frozen neck off like a tire. $1 million make a follow a messiah. Is you a charlatan or really take them higher? We in demand, distributors and suppliers. Been getting bands and signatures on the flyers. Listen, gotta make moves if you really want it. Desperate Jews eat your food, that's how they be on it. It's a must that we hustle today and escape from round table discussing the way that we get to the rack. Matter the game that you play, I'm just stating the facts. The aim of the game to be caking and making the max. I was 20 with a stack, 19 with a plaque, 18 neck icy with my Kango hat. I told him,
Run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. You see us out here getting to the bag. Run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Oh, where we get the bag.
Today, from Los Angeles,
Now it's Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. Down to the 10 and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 97 yards. And the Seahawks are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Here we go.
Back to throw.
He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Seahawks are able to...
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both...
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught.
Still on his feet.
Touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Seahawks are able to add on to that lead.
So from back deep in their own territory all the way into the end zone, do you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score.
And out now come the Seahawks.
And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. They're very...
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to take another shot here. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first-half lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember...
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to go up top again. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. 75 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal is a deep...
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Here we go. Here we go. 180.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw.
They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now back to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 50 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big, big yardage.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Their passing game has been spectacular. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Big 13. Big 13.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Smith and Jigba in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now they send a man in motion right.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go again. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. He's going to take another shot here. It got his man complete.
There he goes again.
Touchdown. A great play there. 79 yards.
And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively.
Here we go. Here we go. 180.
He'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. 75 yards.
And the Seahawks extend their lead yet again.
And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense,
the Seahawks take back over.
Here we go. Here we go. 180.
He'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it go again. It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They're going to look to throw.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
he certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Touchdown! A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent, and they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now,
the Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
and things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
11 Thomas. 11 Mighty. 11 Mighty.
On second down, here's Burrow. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And they're going to speed things up here.
11 MT fake. 11 MT fake.
He'll drop to throw.
Finding room at midfield.
And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught by OBJ.
2nd down and 4.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's... And we will get another look at Seattle's offense.
Here we go. 180.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Seahawks. A big play there. Finding the end zone yet again.
And the Seahawks have 11-0 in their sights as they add on to their lead. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They'll set up to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play there for Seattle. 48 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. Back to throw here.
And he's got Smith and Jigba.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Up the middle, here's Walker. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Here we go. Can. Start.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17. Into the red zone, first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
Yeah, he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On second down, Burrow. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Seahawks, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Southern California.